I've sussed all this out now, guys. It's really quite an ingenious little lamp. Actually sucks air in from there and pushes it down there. Anyway, a bit of chocolate, eh? Anyway, what you do, you press that, which basically lifts that. There you go. All you do, flick that. Oh. Might get a blue one next. Smoke out. I've got to give it a bit of a burn out outside later. Just to burn off some of this paint on the inside of that. Again, it's all proper powder coated, sprayed, proper bit of kit. Obviously you've got the Chinese knockoffs that leak and all sorts, but this is an actual proper one. The box here, look. Quite like the actual bag. They still use the original bag. Get your lantern in. I believe that this is the only lantern that this company still makes, is this one. But don't quote me on that. Basically that'll burn, guys. That'll burn for about 22 hours. Constant. And what's different about this than other lamps is the glass is, I'll show you how it works. Let's just snuff that out. Yep, snuff that out. Move me Red Bull. excuse me if I look a bit ill. I actually feel a bit ill. What you do with this, guys, let me just try and... You basically grab this, obviously not when it's hot, but you pull this out. What happens is this falls out to the front there, and that's how you access the globe, the glass. I'll just show you this glass. So that's how sort of that turns out. I also purchased in fact the woman was quite made up because I spent quite a bit of money in her shop and I think she was quite pleased with me. Just a little independent shop. I probably paid a few quid over the top, but to be honest with you, I don't really mind. But anyway, I've got some other wicks that go in there, spare ones that I bought. Anyway, let me show you this, which is a bit different than my Tilly glass, because this is a hurricane lantern, guys. See if we can get any kind of zoom going on. What that Suprax means, is obviously because it's a storm lantern, you're going to be out there, or hypothetically, you're going to be out there in your storm with your lantern. And what would normally happen if this glass hadn't been treated? What would happen is you'd go sort of from indoors or snow, and you get a bit of water on it. And obviously this is red art. Get a bit of water on it, it just shatter. With all glass, that would occur. But this has been specially treated, so it can be red art and still get snow on it and water, and just stays like that. But yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to bang this back together. Just going to check this brilliant on fuel, but then again, to be honest, I'm used to burning my big burners, aren't I? On me stoves. Obviously on here, what happens here, look, this bit just clips off. Like that. What I'm going to do is I'll find the... Start to come back to life now, guys. So I had a steaming headache earlier, so I had to get some pills, and what have I done? Frianidin. Starting to lift, I think. Right, what I need is me cloths, me cleaning cloths, just so I can get a nice clean sort of thing on that. Oh, shit. Still got to ring the. I tried changing my gas inspection, right, from tomorrow to another date. And to be honest, I don't use the gas, do I? I'm obviously swapping to paraffin. And this girl, she must have been about 16 on the phone there, trying to lecture me. You will be in tomorrow. Blah. And I sat there and I said, yeah, whatever. She said, oh, well, I'm not going to let you change the date. I said, whatever you want, love. Do you know what I mean? And I felt like after about 10 minutes, I felt like ringing her back and going, like, who the fuck do you think you were talking to there? Obviously, I didn't tell her I got autism or ADHD. But I was going to say, like, who the hell do you think you're ordering about? Do you know what I mean? Crazy. In fact, I will do. Because to be honest, yet again, the reason I do it, I've done it ever since I was diagnosed. I'm kind of sticking up for the quiet ones, man, with the learning problems. I'm lucky I ain't got no learning problems, so I understand it all. I understand all the bullshit. Hello, Discovery. How you doing, mate? I understand all the bullshit. Do you know what I mean? So I feel that I've got, like, it was the same when I was a carer. I'm quite loudly spoken about it and whatnot. But to be honest with you, I should speak up about it as well, because I'm speaking up for all them quiet people with autism and all that. They've got learning problems. Just sit there and you get girls like that on the phone and it probably scares them. Do you know what I mean? It don't scare me. I just listen and think, yeah, whatever. Do you know what I mean? They don't really faze me. It's like the housing, when I fell out with them and they've argued, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. See you in court. I've gone, all right, and I'll see you in court. I've never been to court, do you know what I mean? It's just scare tactics, is what it is. And they don't like it when I turn around and confront them. They're obviously the majority of people got learning problems with their disorders, but I haven't. And what happens is, I think they think, oh yeah, he's got that. We'll just brush that over. Then they get the ump when I come back and start questioning them. And then I put it to them that I ain't got no learning problems. In fact, when they tell me something, it goes round in my head and it's sorted, you know what I mean? I view things differently. Especially with me ADHD and me ASD. The autism's more on how I view things and how I feel about things, which is normally a bit wrong. Like you misinterpret things. But yeah, we'll do a show on that one night. ADHD and ASD in adults. And kids. Obviously, I've had it since I was born, so I can sort of pick it out. I can also tell as well when I meet someone and start talking to them, I can tell whether they've got something like autism or ADHD, especially ADHD. There's a few of my pals around here, and I can talk to them, and you might notice anyway, watching my videos, guys, I'll be on one subject and boom, I'll go straight into another, like non-stop. Some of my mates without the autism and that just go, wow, you know what I mean, slow down. Whereas my other couple of my pals, they're like with me, they're in and out the conversations, which makes me definitely think they've got something. There's certain traits, you see, guys. There's certain traits that no matter how hard you try to disguise it or how much you think you might not have ADHD or whatever, there's certain traits that just give it away, honestly. On the ADHD test diagnosis, I maxed it right out. But obviously there's different sorts of two main sorts of ADHD. You've got ADD, which is attention deficit disorder, which is just people that don't pay attention. Not that it's their fault. Then you've got people like me, which is ADHD. So I've got the attention deficit and the hyperactivity as well. And people will say, oh, yeah, he'll grow out of it. But you don't grow out, kids don't grow out of it. In fact, you can end up like me, where your symptoms have been quite bad all your life, but then you hit a major point in your life, which for me, it was my dad passing away, and it'll come right to the forefront. But it's a lot better when you understand it. Because I've got to be honest, when my doctor first said to me, have you heard about ADHD, Phil? I said, well, kind of. I had to go home and get clued up on it. But yeah, little chat about ADHD, guys. But we didn't have ADHD. We just got good hiding. Good whack from the teacher. And then a good whack from your mum and dad. But right, back to the lamp, guys. Back to the lamp. The ADHD chap there. In fact, I should really go and get my meds, because I've only got a little while. I'll get them tomorrow. That's why I'm a bit wired out, guys. I ain't done my meds for a couple of days. I'm on these 12-hour slow release pills, which just all the young ones rave on about them. But to be honest, I think they're pretty shit. I prefer amphetamine. But like I told the specialist, I'm probably going to get on with the amphetamine, because obviously I come from a naughty background. Naughty as in been out, done a bit of sulfate and all that old business. But like I said to my old doctor, I don't know how the people get along that have never dabbled in anything. And he said, yeah, he said, you've adapted really well to it, Phil. I said, well, to be honest, I kind of knew what I was getting. It kind of jarred my brain, guys. When I first found out what medication they give to people with ADHD, like amphetamine, it was jarring my brain. I was thinking, what? It's the same with children. They're on like what we call micro doses. But yeah, totally intriguing. Not very addictive at all. I come off of lorazepam, which I was completely addicted to, onto the amphetamine, which is not really addictive. But then it's not like your street shit that you get on the street. It's what they're trying to replicate. The dealers in the neighbourhoods trying to replicate what I sort of get. And it was rather strange, guys, getting my head round it all. The fact that in my younger days, I've actually been in front of a magistrate because got caught with a bit of speed on me, and I've got done for that. Well, fast forward 20 odd years, and I'm now getting it on prescription. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. But I don't know. There's another drug that they use as well, guys. It's called methylphenidate, but I've not tried that. I went straight onto the amphetamine, and I'm on the maximum dose of that. Ooh, little squirt, look. Little squirt. That's what your mum said. That night you were conceived. Nah, only joking, guys. Excuse my sense of humour today. All I'm trying to do here is just, it's like an alcohol thing. I'm just trying to clean it up without getting any fingerprints on it. Oh, glad my headache's gone, man. That's doing my head right in. Who's that just messaged me there? Email. Play a bit of music tonight. Check out them new LPs. Right. Oh, you do that. That side there, it's got the words on, so that's going to come up there. All you do, guys, is that slips in there. Like that. Try not to get your cloth caught up on it. That goes like that. And all you do is you pull the top back, guys. Flick that up. So I haven't put it in here properly. Like that. You pull that up. There you go. That's now kind of locked on. You just pull this lever here. Like that. Let that back down. And that's there you go. I expect if you was in a hurricane, big storm, got no power, you sit there with this and read your little book or whatever. But to be honest, you've only got to go back not many years really, and people were hanging these in their homes. You know what I mean? This is how people would see. Do you know what I mean? Before the electric light came along. But to be honest, I grew up with things like this. My mum had quite a few lamps actually. Get a nice bit of heat as well. And I've actually seen on YouTube, you actually there's guys that have converted these to the top of it, so you can actually cook on the top of it. Because obviously you turn the flame goes right up there. But it's interesting how it works, guys. It's that shape for a reason, which is why it doesn't get blown out, the light. What happens, obviously, we're forcing hot air out of there. But see these holes here, that's sucking in air. And see these arms are actually hollow. And what it's doing is blowing out hot air out the top, and it's sucking in cold air there and funneling it all the way down and up like that. It's quite ingenious actually, the way it works. And I believe that it's only had a redesign once in its lifetime, which is these ones are the new ones. But yeah, you fill the tank up 20 to 22 hours. Literally, it's very good on juice. I put that much in, and I've been burning it up all night, and it's still got loads in. Obviously, you can go right down. But yeah, boil water on the top. Not that I'll be doing that. Well, who knows? But I've got to check out the smoke when I whack the flame up. I've got to take it outside and give it a burn out, just so it burns the paint out. But this is all proper powder coated, it's all galvanised and all sorts. But yeah, you can buy these on, well, you can buy the knockoff ones, like on Amazon and that, out of China, but they'll leak in and all sorts. Whereas this is the real deal, from Germany. Yeah, good engineering. But then again, the Germans have always built good things. Just look at the war. Their kit was far superior. So another email. Yeah. What I'll do is yeah, they've got some lovely coloured ones, blue and greens and all sorts. Look how much juice we've got left. Oh. Excuse my greasy hands, guys. Working with all this stuff all day. Yeah, it's still pretty full up. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put another splash in there. Because that's pretty full up. Boof, goes up in a big ball of flames. No, I haven't gone up in a ball of flames yet. Had a few mishaps. But to be honest, it's not. This paraffin's quite safe. It's not. Probably gonna think I'm mad. It's not actually flammable. It's combustible, which is there's a difference. In fact, it's an oil. Ice cream, man. For our American viewers, they're probably going, "What paraffin? Is that kerosene?" It's not. Two different things. Basically, the Americans have kerosene, which is all right, but what we do in England and Britain, we purify it one more stage, which gives us paraffin, which is purer, cleaner. Yeah. Science lesson there. Should have been a science teacher. Had it up there last night. 75%. That's what I've got to do in a minute. Pump that airbed up. Right. Ice cream, man. Who fancies an ice cream then? Because I don't. Oh, this will make you laugh. Anyone that follows my rants about my doctor and all that I've never seen in about 2 years. Yesterday, the receptionist called me. The doctor wants to see me. I thought, oh, that's the first time in 2 years they wanted to see me, when they're supposed to see me every 3 months. So I'm going to go there and give them a good lecture. I think they want to give me an ECG and all that. Supposed to have one every 3 months, but I've not had one for nearly 2 years. But to be honest, every time they wire me up to the ECG and all that old business, I fly through it. The joys of being hyperactive, guys, keeps me, well, saying that, I suppose it has helped that I've got out over the years and done a bit of sport, and do you know what I mean? Saying that, I'm still about 15 times more physically fit than my pals my age, that's for sure. La, da, 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 da. Right, Mr. Whippy, I'll have a 99 or a screwball. Who remembers the screwballs? Give me a thumbs up if you remember the screwball, where you get the bubble gum at the bottom. Remember that one? Right, this should be a laugh. Look, I've got all my kitchen stuff in here. I'm got to try and make a bed up there. Once I've moved all this, tidy it up a bit. I'll tell you what's slowing me down, guys. Obviously, I've been blaming myself, haven't I? Thinking, oh, I'm stuck on this job, stuck on that. It ain't me, it's Clarion that's slowing me down. I worked it out last night. I don't know. But that far from going to Clarion's head office in London, but to be honest, it's 50-50 whether I get arrested or if I go somewhere like that. Not that I'd be doing anything wrong or violent or anything, I just telling it like it is offends quite a few people. It's mad, isn't it, how the truth offends people nowadays? Everyone's offended by something, to be honest with you. But I'm from the generation where people just said what they wanted to, and if you didn't really want to listen to that, you didn't listen. Do you know what I mean? But now everybody's offended. Everything's politically incorrect. Do you know what I mean? The world's a messed up place, guys. You got kids being born and that are saying, oh, well, I'm going to be sexless. I'm not going to identify as a boy or a girl. Do you know what I mean? And the world is supporting that. Don't get me wrong, gay people, lesbians, yeah, sweet, do you know what I mean? No problem at all, any of that. But the ones that, well, they're just gender messed up, that's just a bit strange, man. And we're encouraging people to be like that. Do you know what I mean? You cannot be sexless. You are either male or you're female. Do you know what I mean? But there's people claiming that they're genderless and whatnot, which is just astonishing, really. Quite crazy, isn't it? The woke have awoken. It's like all them woke people, do you know what I mean? Everything's a conspiracy. It's crazy. Like during COVID, a couple of people I know were saying, oh, it's all fake, this, that and the other. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, it might have been a bit suspect here, there and everywhere, but you could clearly see that it wasn't fake. But I think some people watch a couple of YouTube videos of someone talking complete bollocks and just hook, line and sinker. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's like the Flat Earth Brigade. Do you know what I mean? Saying that the Earth's flat. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know. Crazy world, guys. Crazy world. I think you've got to question it all. You've definitely got to question it all. But it's crazy. It'd be mad to like pop back in like 100 years' time just to see how offended people are in the future. I think they could be even more offended. Crazy. Especially it's like you get these mothers as well that have these kids. Oh, my baby's going to be genderless. Do you know what I mean? That's really, they should be arrested for child cruelty, in my opinion. Because you are born into this world, biologically, you're either a boy or a girl. Or you was when I last went to school. Crazy. I don't know, guys. Bit of a deep one, isn't it, today? I'll probably get all the genderless people come on here later and have a right pop at me, but do feel free to educate me. I'm all ears, but at the end of the day, I think if you think you're genderless, you need to go back to school. You need to go back to school and do a bit of science. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Ranting, am I? I'm probably completely politically non-correct, you know what I mean? But that's the way I see it, guys. At the end of the day, and I've got nothing against anybody, right? Believing in whatever they want. As long as they're not pushing it onto other people. Whereas all this woke community, they are pushing it everywhere. But what I've noticed though, a couple of the acquaintances I've got, during the COVID and that, they were coming out with some right old bullshit. And I pulled them up a couple of times, I questioned them about stuff, and they can't answer you. They cannot answer you, man. I don't know why. Because they've watched 1 or 2 YouTube videos, and that's all they know. They just hook, line and sinker. You question that. you'll often find a lot of the woke community like to be in their own little safe zone. Do you know what I mean? Oh, by the way, the Earth is flat. I don't know. Flat Earth Society. I don't know who's out there. I might go out there and say, what streamer or power tool? Someone's been out there since about 8 this morning. Bzz, bzz. I want to know what fucking make streamer they've got, man. I'll have one of them. Unless they've got multiple batteries all charged up, ready to go. Anyway, guys, what I've got to do is I'll get my fast charger and I've been gassing a bit on here. My fast charger and my wireless charging pad. Which I ain't seen for a bit. It's another good woke thing as well is chemical trails that the aeroplanes leave. They're spraying chemicals everywhere, and that's what them things trailers you see behind planes are. I see that quite a bit as well. Just to give you the scientific reason as to what that actually is. It's actually water. But obviously these people that say, oh, they're spraying everybody, don't know how a jet engine works. But I do, luckily. But yeah, there's no such thing as, well, there might be something called a chemitrail, that there probably is planes up there pushing stuff about, but what you see behind a plane and people go, oh, that's a chemitrail, that's not, it's water. In fact, my dad was a submariner on a nuclear submarine. He taught me pretty much everything he knows about stuff like that. Not that I've ever been, well, I've been on a submarine, but I've not been on an active submarine. Charger. The only thing that the woke community said during COVID that was probably true is when they was going, oh, don't have the jab, you don't know what it is. And to be honest, that's true. It was never really tested properly, the old jab. But I never had one of them. I said to my doctor, because he knows how fit I am, I said I'll take my chances with my own body and my own immune system. But yeah, go and get your boosters, guys. No, it did pressurise me a bit, the NHS, but didn't actually. They fell short of just about saying, right, you're getting it done. Do you know what I mean? They fell about that much short of that, but obviously they're not allowed to order people to get it done. Right, where's that pad? Here it is, isn't it? Might go on the old Techniques tonight. In here, going to be sorting this room out. Boom, boom, boom. Just in here, look. 45 minutes. This is a bit of a rant today. I've got to ring the DWP up. Getting someone to answer the phone at the DWP. I don't know if any of you guys have rang them up lately. You can be sitting on the phone for like an hour. Which don't bother me. I've got unlimited minutes. But to be honest with you, sitting on the phone for an hour with ADHD is an impossibility. But I need to talk to the ESA people. I'm not on the, what's the other one that everybody's going on to? Universal Credit. I'm still on the old school ESA and PIP. But to be honest, my PIP is not, that's not means tested, that's just, even if you're a millionaire you can get that. But to be honest, the PIP is not about what illnesses you got or what you got wrong with you. It's about how your disabilities affect you in your day-to-day life. But saying that, I didn't have any problem with the PIP people. A lot of people have. That's probably might be the bullshitters. I don't know. Obviously, with my disorders, it's pretty nailed on. Do you know what I mean? They read a specialist report and that's it. But I think they've changed the rules a bit now anyway with the PIP. Because I know people that have got ADHD and they can get PIP. I get both rates of it. And to be honest, that my personal independence payment kind of gives me a life. It means I can go and buy some records and, do you know what I mean, have a life. But I suppose there are a lot of people out there that are probably lying. I know there's people in this village here that are claiming all sorts, yet I've seen them running around like anything. Crazy. But I think they're, what is it called? Universal Credit. I think they're like putting it all into one, aren't they? Which is a ridiculous idea. They're even on about, like at the minute, I pay my bedroom tax, but some of my rents I get housing benefit for. And at the moment, it gets sent directly to Clarion from my local council. But with the Universal Credit, they actually send your rent to the people. I said, that's a surefire way to get people in debt, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because if, say you got a young mother or a father, he's there with his little kid and that, a bit skint that week, you can guarantee they're going to be dipping into the rent money. That's nailed on. So personally, I think that's a ridiculous idea. Paying the people. Anybody out there on that Universal Credit? Let me know in the comments. But what a shambles it is. I can remember about 15 years ago when they said we're putting everyone on that. I'm still here now and I'm not even on it, but I think my area here in West Kent, we're one of the last areas to go over. I think what happens then is all your money just gets amalgamated into one, and then once a month you just get one big amount. I think that's how it works. Which, to be honest, be the worst thing possible for me. But crazy. Again, I think I'm a bit protected where I'm classed as, even though I'm on here running around, I'm classed as severely disabled with my disabilities, disorders. So I'm kind of in a protected, well, how protected are you? You know what I mean? But yeah. It's like the benefit, I think there's a benefit cap. So all these mums kind of have like 60,000 kids, keep getting child benefit. There's like a cap, but I don't think where I'm classed as severely disabled, I'm exempt from the cap. Anyway, just enough chit chat. That's enough chit chat about the woke people and all that shit. Let's plug this phone in, plug the music in. Let's have a party. 65%. Oh, 65%. I've got to fix my chandelier up as well. Going to be polishing this up tonight, guys. Boom, getting that all going. Going to be pumping up the airbed, jumping about. Right. Let me just fast charge up. Where's my charging pad? Here we go. All the complaints are going to come in later. I do say a few, well, I might say a few things on here that are a bit close to the mark, but YouTube have never said anything. I normally say what people are thinking. Anyway, let's crack on with a new record, look. Bosh. Mr. Newman.
Battery full. Vinyl.
Quite getting into that. I might have to plug. I need my JVC wire and my speaker. Right, here's my speaker. Where's the JVC wire, guys? What's that? What's that there? So what I need then is wires here, man. All wires. There we go. Can't find me a JVC one, but this one I do. Oh look, right in front of me. Can't find me JVC one. Oh. One of the best cables I've ever bought, this one. Anyway. Into the red one. Right. One, two, three. One. One, two, three. One, two. One, two. Someone's just mailed me back about a mountain bike. I've just seen this really nice mountain bike with mag wheels. But he wants 100 quid. Might go and look at it later and like get out about 70 and weigh that in. To be honest, this mountain bike looks a bit too good to be true, so could be an interesting one. Anyway, guys and girls, I'll be back.